Right. So it's already 3 minutes past 9. So let's start, guys. So first of all, a warm welcome to you in this webinar today. On this 24. We'll discuss on that. I hope you guys are aware of the topic as on today. So just let me know in the chat box what is the topic, guys, on which we are scheduled to discuss today in this webinar. If you can just let me know in the chat box what is the subject on which I am going to discuss. I hope that clarity is there. Otherwise, nice topic, great analysis. Ishwar Gupta, okay. Kavita says great analysis. What about others, guys? Significance of great analysis. Payal says, right, Payal? What about others? Just let me know on what topic I'm scheduled to discuss today, so that the expectation is clear. So guys who are joining for the first time, so I conduct webinars on different topics from time to time. And so today, as many of you have correctly mentioned, we are going to discuss on credit analysis and its significance in context of the world of investment banking, right? Good evening, Dwapian. So guys, first of all, a warm welcome to you in this webinar today. And so guys, let me, like if you can just type 1-2 sentences in terms of what is your understanding about credit analysis. If you can just let me know on that in the chat box. I'll be eager to understand about that. What is your take around credit analysis? Like, what do you understand by credit analysis? Is anyone in the group who is joining today is already working in the domain of credit analysis at this point of time? Or what is your thought around credit analysis? What credit analysts do, right? So Abhishek says credit worthiness of a borrower. Okay, yeah. So credit analysis is a medium to assess the credit worthiness of a borrower. Absolutely correct, Abhishek. Evaluating the ability of the borrower to repay. Absolutely, Madhur. Credit worthiness of an organization. Yeah. So a borrower as well as an organization, right, Pravina? While analyzing financials of a firm to lend money, check credit worthiness. Absolutely, Payal. Right. Any other thoughts? Let me know, guys, if anyone carries any other thoughts. And I would be eager to understand if anyone is at this juncture working in the domain of credit analysis per se. Is about company ability to take borrow or not with credit rating. Okay, Vivo 1815. It would be great if you can. There is an option called rename. If you can just rename yourself, that would be great. Suparna Chaudhary identified the level of credit risk in terms of credit risk. I want to more about this. I didn't get your question, Ishwar. Obviously, we are going to discuss more on that. Please restrict your statements to what has been asked so that we don't get puzzled around things, right? Arunava analyzed the credit worthiness of customers and position customers and to assist in the ongoing management. Absolutely, Arunava. So guys, anyone at this juncture working in the space of credit analysis, give me a yes or no in the chat box. Just let me know whether it is yes or no as per you. Kavita, you are not working. Okay. What about others? Yes, Payal. Okay. So Payal, see if you're okay in stating the organization where you're working, that would be great. But if not, that is also okay. But at least let me know in which sort of organization you're working on the credit side, nature of organization, as well as whether it is into retail segment, whether it is into small and medium enterprises, or you are into corporate credit. Pile, that would be great if you can just let me know around things. As a setting change to all. No, Arunava, and I intentionally have not, I won't be changing the message setting because in unnecessary creates a lot of challenge. Last time, two guys started disputing between themselves. So I lose the focus, other people lose the focus. I don't want that, right? Did not work on this, but I have previously did internal audit job. Okay, sure, okay. So yeah, I'm working for South Indian Bank as a credit officer into assessing retail as well as business loans grow into IB. Okay, great, Pile. So, so what is the Pile? If I may ask you, what is the size of portfolio that you handle? What is means per transaction? How much of a size that you extend credit on? Right, credit rating and credit facility arrangement. Amit, I didn't understand your statement. Uh, in what context you wrote credit rating and credit facility arrangement? While if you can just let me know what is the size of the portfolio on which you work, up to 3 crores in retail loans and up to 5 crores in business loans. Okay, great. So it thanks for the responses, guys. So it helps me understand the set of people who have joined today, what is their profile and what is the level of work they have been doing, right? So great. So, guys, the only person who has communicated is working into the domain of credit analysis is Pile, and that too to the extent of 3 crores, right? Uh, in retail loans and 5 crores in business loans, right? So, guys, who aspires to work in credit of say 10,000 crores, 20,000 crores, right? Who aspires to be into that sort of a credit? Give me a quick A in the chat box if you really aspire to handle credit of that size, right? Would that be interesting? Pile, would that be interesting for you if you can really get to? Okay, so Amit says A, Kavita says A, Pile says A. Okay, Abhishek, Dwarpian, Kulkarni, Karthik Kumar, hi, Priyanka. I've heard an external into in this field that if you are into credit analysis along with the CFA, there is a nice demand in market for sale. Is it correct? Yeah, Varun. I'll just hear me out. I'll answer all your this set of questions that you have. Yep, right. So, guys, so when I'm speaking today about credit, I at least do not have this context in mind that you are going to work in a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 50 odd crores, right? I'm really not looking into that you are you have joined this webinar to just get into that retail credit or the lower level of business loan credits, right? I aspire to see you guys working in large credit size, right, where you are say extending credit to the biggest of corporates, and I would be happy if that sort of a thing actually happens for you, right? And so when I'm discussing today, you have to wear the hat that you are extending, like you are getting ready for extending credit to larger corporates and big sizes of finance, right? So I hope that would make the discussion interesting, isn't it? Will that make the thing interesting? Give me a just press B in the chat box if that would be. I hope that's the aspiration, because as I keep on saying, if the why is not clear for whatever reason we are joining out here, then the entire purpose gets defied, right? So yeah. So guys, today we have a low churnout of people, right? So I would expect everyone to respond and keep me motivated, right? Yeah, Avi, I've discontinued the messages for all because it unnecessary is like not letting us focus in many occasions. So that's the purpose, purposely done, right? What about the others, guys? So I've got a response from uh, Payal, Kavita, Arunava, Suparna, Dvaipian, Jay, Jay Shekhar Reddy, sorry, Jagadeshwar Reddy. Okay, Avi. What about others, guys? Are you not interested to ever ready? So are you guys not? So 7, 8 of you. What about the rest? You guys are not. Guys are okay with the retail credit that you are doing, right? Interested? Okay, good. So my purpose of making you write and commit to the action, because I really want you guys to wear the hat, because I see many people don't believe the fact that they can be worthy enough to take decisions around those credit decisions which goes into crores of rupees. And let me tell you, it's like sometimes it's also a function of how we have grown up over the years, right? And where we are dealing with thousands or a few lakh of rupees, and suddenly a discussion where we are made to think of handling a credit of say 10,000 crores. Say for this discussion, we are taking into consideration that 10,000 crores worth of credit discussions, right? So sometimes it gets to be something which doesn't appear to be real, right? But let me tell you guys, have that belief and confidence that you can also do justice and extend the means take decisions around that credit aspects. It's not see, I'll tell you, a small credit, the retail credit, and say a credit of 500 to 1,000 crores, there is a lot of, obviously, a lot of learning, right? But as you go higher, like say from 1,000 to 10,000 crores, the difference is not that much, you know. It's like between, say, if there are 50 students in a class, the difference between the 58th guy and the guy who ranks third, the difference is huge. But the guy who is ranking third and the guy who is ranking first, the difference is not to that extent, right? So keep that perspective in mind, so you can definitely handle that. Belief has to be there, right? So that is the first thing which I wanted to communicate. Now, guys, let us understand what is the significance of credit analysis in investment banking, right? So as I keep on just give me a second. Yeah. So as I keep on mentioning, whoever has joined my webinars earlier, right? Just give me a minute. Right. So whoever has joined my webinars earlier, so I have already, sorry, just a second. I've already discussed that there are four major heads around investment banking, right? In the world of investment banking. So the first one is fundraising. Okay, sorry, it should be R. Just a second, guys. I'm slowly getting to be this thing. Yeah. So the first one is fundraising. The second is merger and acquisition and transaction advisory. The uh, uh, third is uh, investing stuff, right? And the fourth is wealth management, right? So guys, when we are discussing about the world of investment credit analysis, so the quadrant where our focus of discussion is over here, right? This quadrant of fundraising, because this is the place where which we discussed the last time also, that over here what happens is we are as I mentioned the last time also, that investment bank, right, deals on one side with the financial institution, right, and on the other side the corporates, right? So investment bank helps the corporates to raise finance from the financial institution. Now this set of financial institution may be on the equity side, like the venture capital, private equity and all, and on the debt side, right? So on the debt side, we have what? We have the commercial banks and we have the NBFCs, right? So this set of credit analysts who actually work, they work in this space, in the commercial bank and the NBFCs space, right? And the very reason as to why, as an investment banker, you need to understand what the credit analyst thinks about is due to the fact that things or wants you to have an understanding about, because this is the guy who's sitting over here is going to take the final decision whether they are going to extend the finance to you, right? Or maybe from the commercial bank or the NBFC, right? So as an investment banker, you have to know what these guys think and how do they analyze. And suppose if you have got the job of a credit analyst, right? And you work for say 2-3 years, then with that level of experience, you can easily switch in IBs because you know how the banks think, how the proposals are analyzed, right? So you can move from credit analysis to investment banking roles in the fundraising space, right? And obviously you can also get into corporate finance. So many areas open up for you, right? So guys, is this clear? Is this clear at this point of time? Is it making sense to you? Let me know if you have any question. Suparna says yes. Arunava says yes. Kavita says yes. Yes. Okay. So guys, as I keep on mentioning for umpty number of times that if you're not being able to make a direct inroad in the world of investment banking, a very good way is to take a detour route, right? So you can work in a boutique investment bank and move higher, or you can work in the commercial banks in a good credit analysis profile, and then you can take a switch. You can switch from corporate finance into this into credit. You can switch from credit rating agencies into IB, right? So you can move from different areas into the world of investment banking, right? And this is something which is very, very important. And I hope by this time you have got a sense as to why this understanding around credit analysis gets to be very significant. Because if you're trying to raise finance from the market, right, from the banks, so as an investment banker, you need to know what questions would be coming up from this set of bankers, how they appraise the proposal, right? And if you're not knowing that, you won't be able to do justice to the work which is expected out of you, right? So I hope that this is clear, guys. Give me a quick A if I may go ahead, and this is clear till this point of time, right? Right, guys. So let's move forward from here. So I hope the significance part is well understood, right? Okay, I have not, have I shared? Yeah. I hope you're able to see the screen, right? See the PPT, right? Just anyone say yes in the chat box if you're able to see the screen. Yes, okay, thanks. Now, so the next one is how credit analysis is associated to the world of investment banking. So that is something which I've already touched on, and I think I have made you understand the significance of this space as well, right? So both this thing is already done, right? Now comes the questions that, so what are the topmost questions in the mind of a credit analyst, which as an investment banker, you have to be ready to address, right? So this set of questions which I'll discuss will help you in both ways, whether you are looking for a credit analyst profile or you are going to work in the investment banking space, in the fundraising space, working with bankers to raise finance, right? So as per you guys, what may be those possible set of questions that may be asked by the what the bankers would be looking for? Just if you can throw some questions which you think the banker would be eager to know about, just let me know in the chat box. What do you think are the possible set of questions that would be the topmost questions in the mind of the banker who is actually extending the finance, right? भाई 10 रुपया किसी को देने में हम लोग का कितना फटता है, और यहाँ पे अगर इफ समवन इज एक्सटेंडिंग thousands and thousands of crores, just understand the thought process of that individual, right? And what sort of questions to come up in the mind of people. So end use of money, absolutely, Payal, that is one major focus. What about others, guys? Payback capability, as Jeff says, right? Suparna, how many years of experience the company have, uh, uh, right? Yeah, one of the things that they definitely see. How much skin in the game the promoter has, Madhur, absolutely. Projections, as Payal says, absolutely. Repayment period, Kulkarni Karthik, right? Track record of the promoter, absolutely, Madhur. Risk, credit risk, you mean to say, right, Varun? Yeah. Repayable capabilities, right? Details of project purpose for which fund is raised. Absolutely, Darpan. Amid revenue utilization of funds, clients, deposits, paying capacity, shareholding, investors. Right. So these are the set of things that they look forward to. But I'm trying to understand what are the end objective with which they would be getting into, probing into what set of things that they would be looking into. Right. So what is the end objective? So reason for extending finance, future scenario, as Avi says, right? Rupak, they working in retail sector and then shifting to investment, would that help? Yeah, absolutely. Rupak, I think you are joining for the first time, right? Give me a, just say first in the chat box if you're joining any of my webinars for the first time. Working capital average collection period. Suparna, don't tell what they are going to see. That was not the question. Question is, what is the end objective with which they would start analyzing? How they would analyze is something. Yeah, Rupak. So just keep on attending my webinars, you would get your answer in terms of and I have a question answer session at the end of each webinar, so you ask me this question at that point of time. Will the company be profitable, like able to repay? Absolutely, Avi. Capacity, capital, collateral, Arunava. Yeah, so have you started studying the credit analysis program, Arunava? You're giving answers, right? Yeah, returns they can get, great worthiness of that player, right? Right, good guys. So yeah, so good, Arunava, right? So most of you are absolutely correct, right? And so good. So let me try to address in my own way in terms of what are the questions that shall be foremost in the mind of a credit analyst, and you as an investment banker has to be aware of the fact that this is the broad thought which the banker is having, or कोई भी वो जो question पूछ रहा है is with that objective of getting address on this set of questions. So which are those? First is how to get back the money, right? वो जो पैसा दे रहा है, how they would be able to realize the money. That is the number one question. Second is, how is the company performing at this point of time, right? So that is the second question they have. Then what is the financial position of the company at this juncture? How is the company's financial position? How has the company performed financially over a given period of time in the past? What have been the sources and uses of cash funds over a given period of time, right? How they have utilized the funds which they have sourced from that bank or other banks. How will the company perform down the line, right? So just a second, just got hung out. Right. So guys, these are the set of questions that is foremost in the mind of a credit analyst, and whatever assessment you are going to do as an investment banker, this section where you are helping companies to raise finance, you have to ensure that ये मोटा मोटा question का satisfied answer मेरा पास होना चाहिए, so that this banker is satisfied with my answers and they get ready to pay the fees, right? Uh, and uh, and whoever is attending my webinars, they know how much guys, whoever like guys like Avi, Suparna, Amit, and all. So, suppose if you are helping a company, if you are having your own agency and you are helping a company raise, say, 100 crores, हाउ मच मनी कैन यू मेक? क्या बोला था मैंने? Suppose if you have your own agency and if you are helping company to raise money, how much money you can make? रूपक, इट्स नॉट 15%. आदमी पागल हो जाएगा भाई. 100 करोड़ में 15 करोड़ तो दे देगा तो वो क्या खाएगा? राइट. सो नो, ऑब्वियसली इट्स नॉट 15%. अभिषेक राइट, 2%. अरुण, 5% नहीं, 5% भी बहुत हाई हो जाता है. सो इट्स जनरली 1 to 2%. राइट. तो मान के चलो, इफ यू आर जस्ट हेल्पिंग अ कंपनी रेज 100 crores, यू कैन गेट अ फी ऑफ से 1 to 2 crores. राइट. अब ये बताओ, काफी जन मुझे मतलब मेनी पीपल, shall I draw a corollary with this of how whether you should spend time in the equity market or in the debt market? Would you be interested? My perspective on this. Give me a quick A in the chat box. और क्यों, मतलब what is my logic around this, right? Okay. बस इतने जन ही, 7-8 people. बाकी जन का क्या है? Okay, chalo. So guys, let me give my perspective to you on this. See, the way I look at it is, suppose if you're helping a company, just raise say 100 crores, right? 100 crore rupiah, you help the company raise. You get 1 to 2% as fees. So that gets me 1 to 2 crore rupees, right? अब ये 1-2 करोड़ अगर मैं इक्विटी में इन्वेस्ट करके एज अ इन्वेस्टर, इफ आई वांट टू मेक दिस टाइप ऑफ मनी, राइट? एक टेल मी वन थिंग, हाउ मच डू यू थिंक a good portfolio manager in any market helps helps to generate returns, right? कितना कितना percentage return generate करता है? Just give me a figure in the chat box. How much a portfolio manager generates return? Arunava says 12 to 15%. Avi says 15%. Ranjit said 10%. नहीं, एक ईयर में, अभी इन 1 year, मोस्टली 10%, 12-15%, राइट? ठीक है, देखो 10% होगा तो वो बैंक पे रखेगा पैसा, वो इक्विटी में क्यों रखेगा, राइट? सो कुलकर्णी कार्तिक कुमार से 20%. मैं मान के चलो, मैं 30 पर जनरली, इफ सम पोर्टफोलियो मैनेजर इज जनरेटिंग अ रिटर्न इन इट्स his or her portfolio of 20 to 25%, that is considered great, राइट? मैं मान के चला कि वो 30% भी रिटर्न जनरेट किया एवरेज में, राइट? तो तुम अगर मान के चलो अपने पोर्टफोलियो में 30% अगर तुमको इन्वेस्ट करके रिटर्न चाहिए, ओके, तो कितना, so this 30% that you are trying to get as a return, say it's 1 crore rupees, right? That is the earning of yours, right? That is equivalent to the 1 crore rupees you are trying to earn. So how much you have to invest to get that 30%? Roughly 3 crores. 3 crores का 30% होगा, तभी जाके 90 lakhs to 1 crore rupees ये होगा, राइट? तो 3 करोड़ रुपया तुमको डालना पड़ेगा, तब जाके तुम 1 करोड़ कमाओगे. और यहाँ पे तुम सिर्फ 100 करोड़ का अगर किसी को हेल्प करो फाइनेंस रेज करने में, इन ऑब्वियसली यू नीड टू गेन स्किल्स, थोड़ा काम करना पड़ेगा फॉर सम इयर्स, राइट? आई एम प्रीटी श्योर most of us won't be able to invest 3 crores at the initial stage of our career to earn 1 crore rupees, right? So कोई अगर कुछ साल एक्सपीरियंस किया and they got the experience to set their own shop and help company raise just 100 crores, right? 100 crores तो कुछ भी नहीं है, मतलब 500 crores to 1000 crores का एक बहुत बड़ा मार्केट है which you can play a part of, right? But agar if you are just helping a company raise 100 crores and that too only one project in a year, I'm saying people generally work in almost 3 to 4 projects in a year. Okay, मैं मिनिमम ये बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर 100 करोड़ का काम किया और मैंने 1-2 करोड़ किया, राइट? और तो कितना जल्दी आई कैन अर्न दिस मनी, हाउ मच आई कैन अर्न, राइट? और ये 3 करोड़ अगर मुझे इन्वेस्ट करके 1 करोड़ कमाना पड़ेगा, तो कितने जन के पास ये 3 करोड़ है 1 करोड़ कमाने के लिए? बहुत कम लोगों के पास, राइट? तो ये 1-2 करोड़ अगर तुम यहां से, सपोज दिस इज द एक्टिव इनकम यू आर इनटू, right? Suppose if you get this set of skills and you generate a active income for yourself from where the money flows in, then you place the money in the market, right? And in this sort of work, there is obviously mehnat hai, there is effort over there, for sure, but there is no major रिस्क एज सच, राइट? एफर्ट है लेकिन रिस्क उतना नहीं है, लेकिन यहाँ पे देर इज अ लॉट ऑफ रिस्क एज वेल, राइट? और यहाँ से अगर तुम ये कमा के देन यू इन्वेस्ट इन द मार्केट एंड देन you earn a passive income through this, is that not the smart way of earning? Oh, sorry. Right, guys, are you getting what I'm trying to say? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Ki I'm not saying that you don't get into the stock market, you don't make money, but I'm saying don't try to make that a full-time career for you at the initial juncture, uh, if you are really trying to make very good money. What the date size allows you to do, तुम इक्विटी में क्या हो जाएगा, तुम दूसरे के लिए पैसा, if you are working, if you are making money for others who already has the money, and for them it's a passive income, right? For them it's not an active income, right? And you are helping, you are just you are just helping them make money. But what about your money? Obviously you are working to make your own money, right? So the smart way is you help companies raise finance, you get the fees, you make money, then you invest and then make money as a passive income, right? So I hope you understood that there are two types of incomes that you have to be part of. One is active income and the other is passive income, which many people don't have understanding about. वो सिर्फ काम करते हैं और इनकम का सोचते हैं, right? But how you can really have that corpus of money to really get that return, right? The raw material in the stock market is what? It's money, right? अगर वो पैसा ही नहीं है तो कैसे पैसा बनाओगे? Am I right in saying so? Give me an A in the chat box, right, guys, if you are aligned to what I'm trying to say. You have to have the money to make the money, right? No, Jeff, I'm not saying that when you're working in a bank, you won't be obviously be getting a share of that. I'm saying with this experience of working, once you get into this space, you gain this experience, right? Work for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, right? Then you start your own unit at some point of time, some agency, if you want to start. Then you get to make that amount of money, right? That is what I'm saying. Obviously, as a banker, you won't be getting the money. राइट? तो ये जानना समझना बहुत जरूरी है, एंड दिस इज व्हाट प्रिसाइजली आई डू, राइट? एंड आई एम गिविंग यू द what to say, this trade secret, because this you have to earn and then you have to invest. It's not the other way around. You cannot, if you don't have the corpus of money, once you have that corpus of money, then it's a separate story, right? But it's always like, if you earn the money and then if you invest, and it's not always that you have to take always the investment decisions, right? You can appoint portfolio managers who would gladly do it for you. There are many organizations who manage that portfolio, and if you want to manage your own portfolio, that's absolutely okay, right? But you need to first have the money to invest the money. Guys, are you in line of what I said? Are you agreeable to what I said? You may differ to me. There's no reason not to, right? But just let me know in the chat box. If you differ also, just let me know. But you have to explain all of us with logic as to why you differ. And I'd be more than eager to learn from you. but I'm giving my perspective of the way I look into things, right? Yeah, it's a definitely a golden advice, Jeff, and I have learned it the hard way. And I'm giving you guys the direction at this stage of your career. If you can channelize your learning in that sense. See, I always believe in one thing. लिफ्ट मैन जैसा मतलब ऊपर जा रहा है, बोलता है ना, लाइफ में ऊपर जा रहा है एज ए लिफ्ट मैन, दूसरे को ऊपर लेके जा रहा है, वैसे बन के फायदा नहीं है. You have to make your own money, and then you have to, and in the world of finance you have all the abilities to do that, right? So Rupak, it's all about building those set of skills which I teach, and once you gain those set of skills, then you reach out to people, and that's how you do it, right? Learn, earn, invest, repeat. Absolutely, Deepak. Absolutely, this is what I'm trying to say. Right, guys? Is it making sense? I hope so. Right? Abhishek, are you there? I'm not getting any response from you. Abhishek Tapadia. I'm not sure whether it's there or not. Okay, you are driving. Okay, good. But you are agreeable, right, Abhishek? What I said. Right. So guys, now the fact that you have understood what I discussed about, right? Would you like to see a appraisal note as to how a bank look into a thing as to how to invest and what are the different segments which they look into and stuff like that, right? So just let me know, guys. Give me an A in the chat box if you would be eager to have an understanding around that. Madhu says A, Kavita says A, Abhi says A, Arunava says A, Payal says A, Prabhina says A. Yeah, sure. Okay. Varun says A. Good, guys. So let me show you a proposal note, right? How it looks like. Right. So this is how, guys, a proposal note looks like. Obviously, it's going to be a bit ornamented and it would look a bit beautifully placed across. But I had to camouflage a lot of things so that I can give you, I can share the stuff with you, right? And this is a true sort of structure. This is how it's placed. Rupak says it's not clear. Guys, are you able to see it? Let me know. Are you able to see the proposal note which I'm sharing? Kavita says yes. Suparna says yes. Right. So everyone is able to see. Ishwar is there. Okay. Right. Chalo. So guys, let's. So this is a proposal note of a company which is into a AAA. I've given the name as say AAA power company. Okay, some power company, and this is the sort of a borrower profile. And this proposal is been worked by some branch, say Y branch in Delhi. Okay, so I'm not going to take you through each and every section of it. I'll just give you a broader look around this thing. Those who have access to my credit analysis program, they have access to the note, so you guys can go through it. But mota mota cheez mein dikhata hu yahan pe. So over here you need to mention the type of segment it is, whether it's a corporate or MSME, and whether it's a private limited company or a proprietorship company and stuff like that. Now there are two types of ratings which happen, right? So one is the internal rating. So internal rating, so every bank has their own internal rating mechanism. So they have their own internal rating standards, right? So this is say a IR4 internal rating which has been placed, right? And there can be also an external rating. So this bank, this company may go to bank. Sorry, what I'm saying. This bank may go to a credit rating agency, and they may seek third party opinion around this company, right? And for which the rating agency would place across a rating. So if they have taken that rating understanding from that credit rating agency, so that is what they can place it over here, right? Now what is this company is all about? So their activity is they are setting up a 7.5 megawatt biomass mustard crop residue based power plant, right? So that is a like a topic means the project which they are going to be starting with. And it's a new unit and they have no existing connection, so there has been no existing banking relationship with this company, and so there is no discussion on renewal because it's a new company who is looking for finance, right? They are not their existing customer. Now say after, so this is the starting section of the proposal, so it generally covers what had been the work done till this point of time, right? And the detailed discussion goes below, because what happens is when it is going to the senior officials, they should have something like an executive summary where just if they scan through the first 2-3 pages, they would get a very clear understanding as to what the proposal is standing for and where it is standing at this point of time, right? So so basis the analysis which has been done, the credit analysis, it has been decided that there would be a sanction of roughly around 18 crores with a door-to-door tenure of 107 months. Means by the time they would be 107 months is how much? Roughly 12 7 74 12 8 90, right? So initial what happens generally, it is seen that roughly 1 to 2 years is the moratorium period when the company doesn't really pay back the principal amount to the banks, and post they start paying back the money. Generally 7 to 8 years is the time period for which this fund gets extended. So door-to-door tenure means from the time they are been sanctioned the money to the point of time when they are repaying the money, right? And then you have a working capital limit of 4 crores, one-time LC. So I'm not getting there are fund-based limits, non-fund-based limits, a lot of things around banking which one needs to understand. So all these things are very in a very detailed way covered in my programs. But the objective of this webinar is to, as I keep on saying, give you a first-hand perspective as to how things actually shape up in the workplace, right? So you guys need to know about that. So so there has been an approval of cash credit limit because this is the IR4 rating which the company has with an interest of 14%, term loan with an interest of 14.5%, and a 5% concession in processing charges, right? And then it says the proposal falls within whose powers. So basis the extent of funds that is decided to be extended, right? So it falls under different persons purview, right? So to a certain number of crores, it may be to the sanctioning authority, maybe the branch itself, then it may go to the regional office level, then it may go to the zonal office level, and then it may go to the corporate levels, right? So is it clear, guys, till this point of time? Any question? Let me break it up and go step by step so that yeah. Rupak, how this will help us? So guys, the objective of the webinar is to give you a first-hand understanding how things work, how the proposal note is reflected, what are the different characteristics to it. And that is what I think would add value to you. And that is the purpose with which I'm showing you guys this note. Are you interested or not? If not, I'll just stop showing it to you. Rupak, let me know if you would be interested to see this further, and if others would be eager to see have a look into this, then I'll show it, or I'll stop in and get into something else, right? Okay, great. So Rupak, you are not, but others I think they are. So Avi says A, Amit says A, Suparna says A, right? Jeff says A, Arunava says interested, Ishwar says interested, Dwapan says interested, Abhishek says interested, right? So a lot of guys are saying interested. So for them, I need to carry on. right? So guys, so this is the first section, which speaks about, like as I said, just reading through this first page, you'll get a fair bit of understanding as to how the company looks, what are the different aspects around the company which one needs to be aware of, and what are the different elements one has to be knowing about, right? Then comes the different credit limits. Now, what are the different sort of credits? As I said, there's 4 crores of cash credit. There is 18 crores of term loan. So the total fund base is 22 crores. Then there is non-fund based limit. I'm not going into that discussion. That I'll discuss sometime else. What is the fund based limit and non-fund based limit? But मोटा मोटा समझो कि 22 करोड़ का उन लोग ने लोन लिया है, right? And so total exposure is 22 crores with different percentage levels. And so so over here now, one has to see what had been the performance of the company over a period of time, right? So as because the company is going to start for the first time, right? So this is would be the projections that would be coming up, and these are the past. As because they had no existence, so there was no past, right? So that's why those figures are not there. Now the question around comments on performance and financial indicators. So when this project was proposed, the project was supposed to come up in 31st 12 2018, right? So what is the understanding of the bank in terms of how the sales would come up, right? And what would be the capacity utilization, how the receipts would be coming up, what is their thought around the profitability of the company. TOL by TNW is a very important ratio in the banking context. Adjusted tangible net worth, current ratio. So what is their perspective around this set of ratios in context of this project, right? In context of this industry. I hope you're understanding, right? It's not the typical ratio हम लोग जो calculate करते हैं colleges में, ratio analysis, right? So ratio analysis obviously, but it is in context of this particular industry, and that's why I keep on saying, right, why you need to understand the industry and the different perspectives around the industry, right? And that is the context, like those benchmarks, if you remember, around the different ratios which I discussed in the other webinars. So that is where those references come into play, and this is how this gets reflected, right? So these are all the financial statements which is placed across. All those, these would get filled up if they would have an existing business, right? So this would have been filled up. And then what sort of interfirm comparison, right? Which are the other companies in the similar line of business, and what had been the sort of thoughts around that, right? And then, as I said, the internal rating that they have. So what sort of a rating? So IR4 rating, we understand, but what had been the score? What had been the score in terms of the different facilities that this bank is coming up with, right? And if they have taken any external rating, so what had been their thoughts around that, how had been the conduct. So if they would have an existing relationship, the bank would have to place over here, how had been their conduct over a period of time. So did they pay back the money, right? Which ratios are important for which industries? I'll speak about that, Nathan, right? So review of cash credit account and stuff like that, review of term loans. So this is just to give you a perspective, guys. Security coverage, because they are extending finance, so they need to have securities, right? So what set of security they are placing across to the banks, and what is the extent of coverage in terms of the finance that they are extended is covered by the securities, right? So compliance status and contingent liability. So a lot of stuff is really placed across. Then what is the pricing? So it's a business for the bank, right? So if they are placing across the funds to the company, how much they are charging for that, and in what context, how much they are charging, right? So Ganesh, it's live. Don't worry, it's live, right? Interest and other charges, other banks pricing. So how this bank's pricing is standing vis-a-vis the other set of banks, right? So all these things come into play. right? And does their name, so there are different defaulter list which the banks keep check of, right? There are a lot of databases which is been placed across. Some are by RBI, some are from some private bodies. So is the name of the promoters or the company name getting reflected, because they might have taken some finance from some other banks and they have not repaid the money, right? So all those things, suppose as per, so I'll share something called the loan policy. So every bank has their own policy, right? So whether they have any what they are requesting for, or the numbers as it is coming up, is it deviating from the accepted norms which is placed around in the policy, right? If so, to what extent, and all those comments has to be placed over here, right? So this is just to give you a perspective as to how it looks and what are the different uh, aspects. Now, so this set of initial sheets would cover those set of aspects. Now in the discussion is around in more detail in terms of what the project is all about. So I hope those who have joined my project financing webinar now would be able to relate to, right? So we had discussed as to how, whether we should go about investing in a company in the project. Now it is on the other side, you are sitting on the other side as a banker, you are trying to assess, and what are the set of things you are looking at, right? Is it clear, guys, till this point of time? Let me stop a bit, and before I move forward, is it appearing interesting, guys? If it is, give me a in the chat box. I hope you are able to connect the dots. भाई मेरा सिंपल ये वेबिनार करने का एक ही मतलब है, so that you guys know how everything is interrelated and how practically it looks like, right? अगर यही पता नहीं होगा, then how you can really place across your words in any interview, isn't it? So that is the whole objective of conducting this webinar. Obviously, if you want to, they say you may like it, you may not like it. If you don't like it, that also is a understanding you are getting. कि बस मुझे ये लाइन में जाना नहीं है, तो निकल जाओ यहाँ से. So don't waste money on CFA और ये वो अलग अलग पर. Yeah, if you want to be on the equity side. So I'm exposing you to the different areas. क्या करना चाहते हो, you get clarity around this thing. लेकिन कुछ भी करो, I hope you have understood the reasons as to why I am showing this. That is important. Abdul Rahman said, interesting. Okay, this formats are relevant banks or the credit analyst makes one side. So Abhishek, this is more or less a standardized format which you will get to see across different banks. अब इसमें भरता जो है, details जो भरता है वो credit analyst भरता है. Obviously, they may, if they have to add some more elements to it, more data to it, or more pointers which would help. See, please understand, ये एक बंदा decide नहीं करता है पैसा देगा कि नहीं, right? So generally it happens in a consortium. दो तीन बंदे एक साथ मिलके कोई decision लेते हैं. Obviously, there is one person who finally takes the call, but generally it is a consensus decision, so suppose if you are the analyst and someone is looking for say 10,000 crores, so obviously there would be a risk committee which would be sitting across, right? And you as a credit analyst, you have to place your words, so exactly like the way you pitch for raising finance फ्रॉम द इक्विटी मार्केट. अगर तुम्हारा स्टार्टअप होता तो जो पैसा रेस करने के लिए जैसे पिच करना पड़ता है, एग्जैक्टली वैसे क्रेडिट एनालिस्ट को समझाना पड़ता है रिस्क कमिटी को कि व्हाई क्रेडिट एनालिस्ट इज saying to extend finance or not to extend finance. So whatever might be the view of the credit analyst, they have to really place themselves hard over there and clear, right? And these risk committees are like the topmost people who has years of experience, AGM, DGM, GM level people, right? They, and also sometimes people who have got retired and they have taken on board. So all this set of people come into play. And when you are suppose being able to impress upon them, this is your level of analysis that you have done, and they agree to the facts and figures that you have placed, right? And the way you have analyzed, and you are able to reply to each and every query, right? So that gives you a high, and that gives you confidence, and that takes you to a different level altogether, right? So that is the fun in this domain. And once you build these skills, this is a evergreen skill, right? And that's the fun. It's more like doing sales. I just want to shift more towards this kind of job or more profession. So that's why you need to learn all these things, Rupak. If you're doing sales and if you're trying to get into days job, so you need to days job now is there are two types of days job. One is operations job, जो कल कोई ये ले लेगा क्या बोलते हैं उसको machine ले लेगा, robots ले लेगा, and the other is analyst set of jobs, and that is why you need to learn कि क्या सीखना पड़ेगा, right? So that is what I am suggesting. You're getting where I'm coming from, Rupak. I hope you are getting. Noise, thanks, Abdul. Create people only work as per policy. They don't want to go against it. Rupak, I think you have limited understanding. So please don't place your comment if you have not seen the world, right? And take some from someone who has been there and done that, right? So obviously there is a policy and guideline on which I'm going to speak that is definitely there. But saying so, you need to also understand that there are different set of things which are discussed, debated, and placed across, right? In certain cases, if it goes beyond the that's what I said, right? If there is some deviation, you can place as to what is the level of deviation, why that deviation is happening, and if you are able to just substantiate that, you are ready to justify that, then people will accept what you're trying to say, right? ऐसा नहीं होगा कि जो भी गाइडलाइंस दिया हुआ है सब में टिक 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 टिक, वैसा नहीं होता है. Then मतलब सब दुनिया is life is not so easy, right? So there would be few parameters on which they would be agreeable to, few parameters that won't be. So those aspects on which they are not agreeable, then you have to fight for your case, right? It's as simple as like it's your baby, right? So when you're placing your work in front of the risk committee, it's your baby. तब तुम जाके बोल नहीं सकते हो सर उसने ना बोला था कि इसलिए मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, right? Because you have to do your own work, and that is why you have to be sure as to you have done your job in the best of your abilities. And that's why I go so deep in my programs in terms of what are the set of things that one needs to see, right? And whoever has taken up my programs, they can vouch for that, I'm sure about that, right? So once you do that, and if you don't know the answer, it is your responsibility to reach out to the investment banker, and it's the responsibility of the investment banker also to make life of the credit analyst easy. You're getting सबका जुड़ा है तार एक के साथ दूसरे का. So they are not standing in isolation. और investment banker को वो clarity नहीं होगा तो वो corporate का पास जाएगा, बोलेगा कि तू समझा भाई. You're getting, I hope you're getting, right? Where all these things are getting connected. And that's why you guys need to know all these things. Ganesh, I didn't understand your question in the first place. Do you know any employee in our company, how it influenced in interview? I didn't understand your question, Ganesh. And this is not the topic of our discussion today. So if you have any questions, please wait till the end of the webinar. When we'll have a question answer session, I'll try to address over there. Right? So all those getting, sir, making sense wholly, great. So that is the sole objective, right? So और देखते हैं, there's a lot of things to show to you guys. And तो ये पूरा जो proposal note है, ये सब पूरा it goes, obviously इसको beautify बहुत होता है दिखाने के लिए, पहले दर्शनधारी फिर गुण विचारी, as it is said. So obviously it should look good, but I've just taken the major this thing so that I had to be ensuring that all the confidentiality is placed across, right? So all these things are taken, and finally see how it looks like. When before the sanction, who has apprised? So what is the name of the credit analyst and what's the designation? Who is the team leader over there? And maybe for this financing that they're looking for, it's under the AGM level, right? So who is going to finally sanction? Amit, it's pehle darshandhari, fir gun bichari. So पहले दर्शन and then it goes like that, gun vichari. So then you assess कितना गुण है उसमें, right? So जो दिखता है वो बिकता है in modern world, that is how it says, right? So uh, so profile of the borrower. So now in more deep than the more detailing, जो और अंदर जाके घुसना चाहेगा, पढ़ना चाहेगा, समझना चाहेगा. So this is how it is going to be placed across, right? So I hope it makes sense, guys. I hope it gave you some perspective. आज बहुत कुछ शेयर करना है आप लोग के साथ, तो just wanted to give you a filler. अभी क्या है कि नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन यू बी स्पीकिंग इन कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ क्रेडिट एनालिस्ट, कुछ तो इमेज बनेगा अपने दिमाग में कि भाई एक क्रेडिट एनालिस्ट का क्या मतलब काम होता है, क्या लेवल पे वो स्टडी करते हैं, क्या क्या चीज देखा जाता है. आई होप यू आर अप्रिशिएटिंग, गाइस. जस्ट गिव मी अ क्विक ए इन द चैट बॉक्स if it's fine till now, then I'll move to the next part of it. Now the next thing that I'll show it to you would be very interesting, you know, and something which I think that is the next part. Oh, okay. Right, so we discussed on the structure of the appraisal load, right? So guys, now I'm going to show something to you, and that is see, we have seen what is financial model, right? In my earlier webinars I've shown you, but एक होता है when you are really coming up with the projections, right? But when you are suppose before you actually place across the projection, you obviously also need to assess as to how things have unfolded in the past, right? So that is also a major work of the bankers, right, of the credit analysts कि past में क्या घटा. Because if you remember in the questions that I have placed, so how has the company performed over a given period of time in the past, right? So for that they need to get the financial statements of the I mean to say of the past years of that company, and they have to place it somewhere so that all the financial computation gets to happen, and basis the figures that churn up, you get to conclude on many things, right? So I'll show it to you. There is a sort of a template which is just a second. Just give me a minute. Yeah. So guys, this is something which I would like to show to you in terms of, this is a sort of a template which is actually used in the banking community, where उसमें कुछ करना नहीं पड़ता ज़्यादा. So it is like you place some basic informations, and there are, see, every financial for doing financial analysis, you have to fall back on the financial statements, right? अब financial statements का 3 part होता है: profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow, right? So what these guys have to do is, like in the audited financials which has been there in the past, suppose, right? So all these figures you just place it over here. जहां पे जो फिगर है आप वहां पे सिर्फ वो फिगर्स प्लेस करो, एंड ऑल दिस कंप्यूटेशंस दैट यू सी विच आर इन बोल्ड, ये ऑटोमेटिक कंप्यूटेड हो जाएगा. You're getting what I'm saying? So this is the P&L part, this is the balance sheet part. You just place on the figures over here, and the balance sheet asset and liability section, right? So contingent liability and all these figures, and automatically ये सब जितने ratios है, automatically it's going to get computed. So it's not that कि हर मिनट बैठ के ये रेशियो कंप्यूटेशन करना पड़ता है. तो ये जो हम लोग को बचपन में सिखाया जाता है ना कि रेशियो कैलकुलेशन, उसको लेके इतना हम लोग को पढ़ना पड़ता है, एक्चुअली जब काम में आते हैं तो देखते हैं कि भाई ये सब ऑटोमेटिक कैलकुलेशन हो जाता है. इट्स नॉट दैट कि हम लोग को हर कैलकुलेशन अलग अलग करना पड़ता है. You're getting what I'm saying? So automatically फिगर डालोगे तो फंड फ्लो स्टेटमेंट भी आ जाएगा, कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट भी आ जाएगा, everything. There are different levels of lending methods in the world of banking. तो ये पूरा पूरा चीज ऑटोमेटिकली कैलकुलेट हो जाता है. Is it interesting, guys? Does it make sense? ऐसा कुछ हो तो अच्छा है ना. मतलब you just plug in the figures from the P&L. just सिर्फ देख देख के ठीक ठाक करके ये करना पड़ेगा, figures को डालना पड़ेगा. But once you place those figures, every computation is going to be done in matter of seconds, right? And Abhishek, I'm saying financial statements में क्या क्या आता है? P&L, balance sheet and cash flow, है ना? तो ये तीन चीज का जो डेटा है, ये एक एक सपोज रेवेन्यू का फिगर लिया, फिर एक्सपेंसेस का जो फिगर है वो सब लिया P&L से, फिर बैलेंस शीट का जो एसेट लायबिलिटीज का फिगर है, एंड यू प्लेस इट इन दिस. इट्स अ सॉर्ट ऑफ अ टेम्पलेट, right? So once you place across in the figures in the template, automatically the computation would get to happen, right? And whoever has taken my programs, guys, I have shared this template with you all, right? So you can make use of this template. And but the objective was to give you a perspective कि ये जो figures हम लोग credit analysis जो appraisal note में डालते हैं, ये figure यहाँ से आता है. All the ratios which get finally computed, basis those ratios, the interpretation that you do, the trend pattern that you study, और या कहीं पे अगर रेशियो बहुत हाई लो है इंडस्ट्री के कॉन्टेक्स्ट पे, या जो भी कॉन्टेक्स्ट पे यू आर studying or analyzing the figures, so whenever you have to comment on certain things, you would be doing basis this analysis that you have done, right? तो ये analysis बहुत टाइम नहीं लगता है. ये एनालिसिस का सिर्फ डेटा दो और ऑटोमेटिक हो जाता है. सो आई एम प्रीटी श्योर many of you are not aware of this. My objective is to give you that sense कि ऐसा कुछ है मार्केट में, right? So this is what I mean by the practical stuff. ये सब चीज कल अगर कोई क्वेश्चन पूछे कि तुम कैसे करोगे, तो और इसका एक और भी अच्छा चीज है कि रेशियो एनालिसिस का भी अच्छा समझने के लिए ये हर रेशियो जिसके पास ये टेम्पलेट होगा, हर रेशियो का इफ यू गो टू द फॉर्मूला बार, यू विल गेट टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ इट्स कंप्यूटेड. ठीक है? तो एंड इट्स अ वेरी डिटेल्ड वे ऑफ कंप्यूटेशन, सो यू नो हाउ एवरी रेशियो इज कंप्यूटेड. सो कल अगर रेशियो को लेके भी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा, सो योर कॉन्सेप्ट वुड बी क्लियर फ्रॉम दैट पर्सपेक्टिव एज वेल. Yeah, Suparna, the template is common for most of the companies. Yeah. Guys, was it good? Did it make sense? Give me an A in the chat box if you found it to be good, interesting. Guys, I'm saying पैसा कहीं दूसरा उड़ रहा है और आदमी काम कहीं दूसरा जगह पे कर रहा है, and that is what is happening. So, and the smarter guys, they have understood how it's working in the world of finance. And मैं किसी से भी पूछूं, मतलब स्टॉक मार्केट का, आई एम नॉट अगेंस्ट स्टॉक मार्केट, प्लीज डोंट गेट मी रॉन्ग, आई ऑल्सो इन्वेस्ट इन द मार्केट, बट प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड द रॉ मटेरियल इज मनी, राइट? तुम जितना पैसा कमाओगे उसके ऊपर तुम रिटर्न जनरेट करोगे. तो तुम अगर 10,000 रुपये लगाओगे जो रिटर्न जनरेट करोगे, और 10 करोड़ लगाओगे तो जितना रिटर्न जनरेट करोगे, इट्स लाइक इन मार्केटिंग में जितना एडवर्टाइजमेंट खर्चा करोगे, अगर तुम्हारा बिजनेस मॉडल रोबस्ट है और एडवर्टाइजमेंट में जब जितना खर्चा करोगे उतना लीवरेज करोगे, राइट? देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड लीवर, राइट? सो दीज आर ऑल लीवरिंग दिस थिंग. सो in the world of finance, this is where you can really you can be a part of the merger acquisition deals. You can be, once you have this set of things, it flows into many other things as well. So that is what the thing is. And I build a model, just have to follow the template. Yeah, Suparna, that's how we have to do. No more expense detailed manner ever, whatever I teach since my college days. All we know is just do a CACS and do the job or work. Absolutely, Abhishek, यही होता है. And I will show to you what a chartered accountant also does. There is a thing called CMA, which I'll cover over here today as well. is under credit rating analysis framework model or credit analysis model. This is under credit analysis model, Amit. Right. So guys, let's move forward. So guys, from today, I'm starting on with something. So I would be just stopping. There's many more things which I'm going to discuss, but before that, I'm going to share this LinkedIn, this thing, uh, link. So I would expect you guys to place a comment as for what you have learned till now, till today in the LinkedIn. Once you go to this LinkedIn, this thing. Over there, I'll just stop for 3-4 minutes. Just place your comment in terms of what you've learned, and whoever places a comment, I'll share across a template. I'll start of different industries. I'll start sharing the assumption sheets, right, which will give you in detail as to what are the set of things you should look into, right? The more assumption sheets in finance you see, the more different businesses you get to learn about, right? So this is an assumption sheet. Today I'll be sharing across for steel ingot manufacturing company, right? So this is for those who is going to place a comment in the LinkedIn. So just go ahead, and I would request you to do it, and I'll just come back in 2-3 minutes, right? Just give me 2-3 minutes. So guys, this is the one which I'll be sharing with you. Whoever is commenting, this is the assumption sheet which will be shared with you guys. Right, guys. Thanks a lot. So you can continue placing it across, and let me continue with my stuff, which I've thought about sharing with you all. Right. So guys, the next section which I would like to discuss about is something which is called sanction and disbursement, which I think guys need to have an understanding about. So guys, can anyone say what is the difference between sanction and disbursement? If you guys can just let me know in the chat box, what is the difference between sanction and disbursement? Yeah, so I'm sharing something so that it gets motivated, people get motivated, right? That's the only objective. But I'm okay with negative feedback as well. So I've never said that you have to give a positive feedback, right? Then only I'll share. So that's not the objective. But then the thing is that uh, it's a sort of, what do you call that? Ethical bribe, you know? So it's like that. Sanction is when loan is approved by authority. This is when funds flow out. Okay, right, Nitin? The amount which is sanctioned for the project and disbursement is the amount paid in kind of tranches. Absolutely, Abhishek. Sanction is a later before disbursement is right. Thanks a lot for the responses, guys. So, guys, see, most of you had been correct in what you mentioned, right? So please understand, just for guys who may not have any understanding, I'm placing these words on this aspect, and that is, please understand how much money is sanctioned is not always the money which is actually disbursed, right? So as I keep on saying, all the money is obviously not placed across at once. It is placed in tranches. That is point one. Second is that post the money gets disbursed, say 100 rupees is the sanction amount and 20 rupees got disbursed, or say 40 rupees got disbursed. The first tranche, it was okay, right? And the next tranche of money was given, and that's how it got to be 20 plus 20, 40 rupees. But then it may so happen that there had been some challenge at that point of time. Maybe 2 years hence, there had been some challenge which was not there initially. Now, how do you get to know whether there is some sort of a challenge or not? So there is a post disbursement appraisal mechanism. So this is where I'm coming from. So there are two types of appraisal that happens. Please understand. One appraisal which the bank does is at the time of actually uh, giving the sanctioning the finance, right? So when the first time they agree about on giving the finance to you, but post that also there is a continuous level of appraisal that goes on, right? And that is called post disbursement appraisal. And there is a separate study altogether which is called credit monitoring. Okay, so credit monitoring, there are different ways of monitoring the credit which has been extended. In fact, I have taken some very like for very senior officials, I have taken such programs on credit monitoring. If you guys would be interested, I can give you some insights around that. Though it's not related to investment banking per se, क्योंकि investment bankers तो पहले दे देता है, फिर उसके बाद थोड़ा काम कम हो जाता है. But if you guys would be eager to know around the credit monitoring part of it also, which I think you should know, the more you know, the better it is, right? So then obviously I will discuss about that. But I'm just trying to फोकस ऑन दिस थॉट एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम कि सैंक्शन छोड़ के भी डिसबर्समेंट होता है, और डिसबर्समेंट में पोस्ट डिसबर्समेंट स्टडीज होता है, और जिसको क्रेडिट मॉनिटरिंग बोला जाता है. सो दिस इज द थिंग विच आई वांटेड टू कम्युनिकेट टू यू. इज इट क्लियर गाइस? There is a separate team who looks after the credit monitoring part. It's not the same set of guys जो pre-sanction appraisal कर रहा है, वो post disbursement appraisal कर रहा है. They are not the same people. They are different set of people. I hope that is clear, right? ये जानना जरूरी है, बिकॉज मेनी पीपल मेक दिस सेट ऑफ मिस्टेक्स, और इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन भी किया जाता है इंटरव्यूज में. एंड गाइज, वॉट एवर टॉपिक्स आई चूज इन टर्म्स ऑफ वॉट एवर आई इंटेंड टू शेयर इन माई वेबिनार्स, आई एंश्योर दैट I discuss on those aspects which are those common interview questions also the that comes up, right? So I keep that also as a thought at the back of the mind when I'm discussing about this. Guys, is it clear? Give me a quick A in the chat box if it is clear till this time. Right? Chalo. So let's move forward. So, guys, the next aspect which I want to discuss on is something called a loan policy, right? Which someone spoken about also a few minutes earlier. That whatever the banks agree in terms of extending finance to is also a function of what is been placed across in the loan policy, which is placed across by the banks. Every bank has a dedicated loan policy, right? So I would like to give you a reference in terms of how a loan policy looks like. What are the broader heads? And before that, guys, if I forget, so before I actually forget, I was telling you that the list of merchant bankers or उन लोग का जो details which I was telling in my earlier webinars, that so if you go to this site of SEBI, ठीक है, यहाँ पे हर जो almost I think 217 records, so almost 217 companies ka, you get all the names as well as where the address is, the contact person, correspondence address, phone numbers, everything is given over here, right? So you get to know which are the companies, and I think 217 में सिर्फ एक company में chance मिलना है, right? So shall I share across this with you guys in the chat box? Would you be interested? Yeah. Okay. So let me share this link. ये link अपने end पे save करके रख दो, because I thought about ये काम में आएगा, क्योंकि so what you have to do, you just go, ये suppose A नाम से जो है, B नाम से जो है, C नाम से ये है, right? So that is how you have to go in terms of finding the different companies. Nitin, these are the name of companies these are the merchant banks who are registered with SEBI. These are roughly 217 of them, right? 217 शायद A में ही 217 था, नहीं 19 था. The total I think is 217. कहीं तो 217 दिखा, right? So yeah. So you can reach to their websites. You can apply in the career portion of it, right? So the way you want to reach out to this set of people. I think you got it, Nitin. Okay, ये सिर्फ पायल को गया, बाकी लोगों को नहीं गया. एक सेकंड. Got it, guys? Everyone got it? Got the link? इसको कॉपी पेस्ट करके रख दो अपने एंड पे, या क्लिक करो तो तुम्हारा ब्राउजर में खुल जाएगा, right? So I believe it's going to help you. It will give you a perspective कि कितने सारे companies है, right? And क्योंकि हम लोग को on top of the mind समझ में नहीं आता, right? We don't get to find the names which are there in India. So this will help us. Is it good, guys? Give me a A in the chat box if this was beneficial to you. थोड़ा मुझे भी मोटिवेशन चाहिए होता है बॉस. गणेश वेट, हाँ तो गणेश वेट करो ना, अभी उम्र कम है, रात को 2, 3, 4 बजे सोने जाना, राइट? चलो, ओके, थैंक यू. So let's move forward. Okay, so as I was mentioning, my objective was to show you a loan policy. तो ये एक loan policy I have downloaded from the website, because please understand, loan policy is a very confidential document of a bank, right? So I cannot share any loan policy of any bank as such, but this is something which I have got from just downloaded from the net. And but it's not a very detailed one, so it's just is 11 pages, but a true loan policy goes into at least 300, 400, 500 pages, right? But isme you'll get a sense as to what are the broader heads in the loan policy, right? And that is what I'm trying to show it to you. So broader heads to loan policy में रहता है. Obviously, it speaks about the company philosophy and stuff like that. Now, like where from, ये छोड़ दो, is not. So specific sectors where they would like to disburse their funds. So sometimes क्या होता है basis their, so every bank has their own internal risk department. ठीक है, उन लोग का एक इंटरनल रिस्क डिपार्टमेंट होता है. उन लोग हमेशा एसेस करते रहते हैं कि कौन सा इंडस्ट्री में कितना उन लोग एक्सपोजर लेंगे, right? So that is a risk department which is there. So basis that, they also keep on fine tuning their credit policy from time to time, right? Now, they speak about the delegation of powers, as I mentioned a few minutes back. Then terms and conditions. So for the different types of loans, what is the loan amount for which they would be eager to extend their finance? What would be the range of interest that they would be charging? What would be the loan disbursement process? What are the guidelines that one has to comply with? What are the type of securities that they would be looking forward for the funds that they are extending, right? What sort of documentation that they would be looking forward to? So when this sanction happens, post that, there are a lot of things which are called covenants. Can anyone say what is a covenant, guys? What is a covenant? Can anyone tell me in the chat box? What is a covenant? COVENANT. A condition placed by the banker to be fulfilled by the borrower. Absolutely. So these covenants, so once it is sanctioned, so there may be many things which the company have not been able to abide at that point of time. So the bank says that this is a, what do you call that? I'm forgetting the term. There's a, I'm forgetting the term, I'll tell you guys. But then, so what they say that I'm ready to disburse this amount only if you oblige to this set of covenants that has been placed. Covenant means certain conditions. So if they say they don't have a pollution certificate at that point of time. Now, if a company is into, say, chemical industry, and they come up with a lot of chemicals, and if they don't have a pollution certificate in place, tomorrow it may so happen that some government officials may come up, and as because they don't have the pollution certificate, they would just close the door. And if they close the door, their operations won't happen. There won't be any business. There won't be any production. There won't be any sales. Then how come the banks are going to get the money, right? So this is also part of the credit monitoring. On a year-to-year basis, they keep a check that whether they have ensured that they have made those set of typical requirements, the legal requirements that they need to abide by, right? So yeah, sort of condition precedent, right? So these are certain things that one has to they have to comply with. So disbursement of loan. So how all these things are going to take place, right? What sort of KYC stuff that they have to be complying with, right? How they would go about the collection process, right? Delinquency management. So despite of the best loan representation, best collection, there may be some amount of money which they won't be able to recover, right? So there is, the account gets delinquent, right? So what they do in those sort of situations, right? So these are the mota broader heads of a loan policy. As I said, a loan policy goes into hundreds of pages, and each loan policy of any bank is very, very confidential to them. But this is just to give you a broader understanding of the scope of things around loan policy, right? So I hope it helps, right? Now I would like to show you something which is called a CMA, right? Was the loan policy helpful, guys? Give me a in the chat box if it was helpful. Did you find value in this? Yeah. Good, good. Now, the second is, thanks, guys. So the next thing that I'll be discussing is, can you give an example of difference in loan policy between two lenders? So Nitin, I cannot give you the actual, I cannot show two loan policies of two different banks, right? As I said, this is very confidential, which I cannot share across with you, right? But the areas where they would be different is in terms of what, say, the interest they are going to charge. Yeah, so what interest they are going to charge, what is the moratorium period that they would be asking for, or what would be the processing fees, or what are the sectors where uh, either of the banks are agreeable to extend finance. So some bank may not be agreeable to extend finance to the real estate sector, but the other bank would be, because every bank has their own risk appetite, right? So the level of risk that one banks take vis-a-vis the other banks may be widely different, and that's how the returns that they generate is widely different as well, right? Then how the appraisal process goes, right? So what sort of a appraisal mechanism that is followed by one bank may be widely different from the other bank. How the disbursement mechanism they follow may be very different between two separate banks, right? So these are the different areas where it gets to be different. Yeah, stamp duties and all those stuff, right? But I hope you got the answer. Right. So, guys, anyone have understanding as to what is CMA? Has anyone come across this term CMA? No. Yuvraj says no. Umesh says no. What about others, guys? Yes. Kumar. So, have you worked on a CMA, Kumar Jagtap? Just let me know. Avi, no, he's not that CMA. No, CMA is not a qualification. This is something, an exercise which is undertaken by the bankers. It is from that perspective. Okay, so guys, let me show you. So CMA stands for Credit Monitoring Arrangement. So it is a sort of a template which is generally used by the bankers, especially the PSU bankers who extend large funding to different companies, right? So this is sort of, let me show you a CMA. Right. So this is how a CMA looks like, and कुछ ऐसा मतलब, so it is as per their internal guidelines. That is how it generally comes up, right? But so as you see over here, so see, when you are working in the investment banking side, you are more focused towards the projections, right? How things would unfold. But the bankers have also a very important task to understand how things have happened in the past, along with how things would happen in the future, right? So that's how it looks, as you see over here. So these are the three audited figures, and then this comes the projected figures over a period of time. Right now, this is a standard format which is used. Now, you guys have seen, I've shown you a project finance model, those guys who has been attending my webinars. So if you've seen that, so you have seen over there that this sort of projections that is built, right? The sort of project finance model that is built. So those figures are taken from there, and then they are placed across in this sort of a template, which is generally followed by the banks. And there is a term like Form 2, Form 3, and this is more or less a sort of a guidelines which is placed by RBI, right? Reserve Bank of the IPN. Yeah, you correctly said that, right? So sort of a guideline which has been placed by the Reserve Bank of India, by the central bank, to ensure that the bankers have some sort of a standardized process of templatizing the thing, so that two banks don't get to be widely different in terms of how they analyze the stuff, right? So this is just to give them the fillers, but it doesn't mean that they restrict their computation only into this, right? Is this also called the balance sheet of the company? No, absolutely not. Tanmay Kumar Patel, absolutely not. This is called a CMA. क्या होता है कि ये CMA को भर के उन लोग को जो दे नीड टू कीप इट फॉर देयर रेफरेंस, बिकॉज टुमारो इफ क्या होता है, एवरी बैंक इज ऑडिटेड बाय रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, right? And they may open up any accounts and they would like to see what sort of a assessment is done by the banks and whether the guidelines are followed by the um, by the banks, right? So sometimes the investment bankers, just to build that relationship with the bankers, you have to ensure that you build the CMA for them, right? So that is why I wanted to just give you a flavor that ye we इसका भी समझ होना चाहिए. You should be aware of this term, right? Gottsav says, guys, did you get to understand what is CMA? एक मोटा मोटा सेंस बिल्ड हुआ? Give me a in the chat box, yeah, if you have got a sense. Right, guys? So it's kind of financial model. Absolutely, it's kind of financial model, but then it's not a typical sort of project financial model which may go into more layer of depth. But उसका जो मोटा मोटा फिगर्स है उसको लेके इसमें भरना पड़ता है. यही काम है इसमें. ठीक है. So I hope you got a fair level of sense by this time in terms of the different dimensions of credit analysis, which was the objective of today's discussion. So guys, the aspects we discussed today: significance of credit analysis in investment banking, how credit analysis is associated with the world of investment banking, question that should be foremost in the mind of credit analyst, structure of appraisal note, financial template analysis, sanction and disbursement loan policy, CMA. I think, as per me, these are some of the major aspects from an interview perspective also, as well as for someone to be literate in terms of what this domain complies of. You get to know. And if someone wants to delve deeper into this, like you can access my programs, and there you'll get a very, very detailed understanding around things, right? Was it fruitful, guys? Just give me a quick A in the chat box if it has been fruitful. If you're this 1.5 hours, because I take it very seriously, you are spending so much time with me, so your time should be well utilized, right? So, right. Thanks, guys. No worries, Abhishek. So we have started, and I'm sure you are going to learn a lot. So thanks, guys. Thanks for all the responses. तो आज के लिए तो यहाँ पे खत्म होता है. अगर जो लाइफ वाला जो अमित इंसिस्ट करता है, I have prepared something for that as well. If you want to know on that, just let me know. And guys, who is not a part of my WhatsApp group, please ensure you join over here so that I'll place a lot of, oh, sorry. Kavita is also, अरे ये कॉपी क्यों नहीं हो रहा है यार? Just a second, guys. Yeah. So guys, if you have not joined the WhatsApp group of mine, please join this group. And because I will now keep on sharing a lot of stuff in that group as well. The WhatsApp group, sir. Yeah. Please join the WhatsApp group. And also, if you're not a part of my Facebook group, so you can join the Facebook group from here. And if you are missing on receiving my mails, if you don't want to miss on those mails, please, if the mails sometimes goes into the spam, remove the mail from the spam to the primary section so that you keep receiving my mails. Right, guys? So guys, who is joining for the first time, I do a session which is called, which is around life, how to lead on certain aspects of life. If you are interested, you may stay put, or you may call it a day today. I hope it was fruitful for you, right? So guys, for those who are interested on the life part of it. So today, there are 3-4 things. In fact, there are 5 steps of success which I would like to discuss about, and so and would like to place few words around that. So, guys, the very first aspects around the this 5 steps to you may take it as 5 steps to success. Okay, so you may think it in that manner. So, guys, the very first thing, the very first thing which is most important is to make a start. And I think this is where majority of the people falters. They don't make a start in the first place, right? And they don't make a start thinking that I would lose money, I would be cheated. बस एक दो बार चीट होने दो लाइफ में. लेट मी टेल यू दिस. हाँ, कभी चीट होने को ना डरो मत, क्योंकि 10 बार में 2 बार चीट हो गए, लेकिन वो जो हैबिट ग्रो करोगे ना लाइफ में स्टार्ट करने का, उससे जो 8 जन से जो चीट नहीं हो गए, उससे जो फायदा मिलेगा ना, वो 2 चीटिंग जो होगा, उससे जो लॉस होगा, जो भी होगा, टाइम, एफर्ट, एनर्जी. क्योंकि देखो, उतना तो तुम भी एनालिसिस करोगे, तब भी जाके किसी को तुम टाइम दोगे, पैसा दोगे, कुछ दोगे, राइट? ऐसा तो नहीं कि अंधा होके करोगे, कुछ एनालिसिस करोगे, लेकिन कुछ एनालिसिस के बाद भी आदमी वो डिसीजन नहीं ले पाता है, थिंकिंग व्हाट इफ आई मेक अ मिस्टेक. सो प्लीज डोंट गेट इनटू दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ अ थॉट प्रोसेस, क्योंकि वो 2 जो गलती करोगे उसके चक्कर में तुम जो 8 का जो सही करोगे उसका जो बेनिफिट मिलेगा. आज many people, I'm telling you, many people are taking my programs, goes into hundreds of them and thousands of them. I have students now, but I'm saying, like, many people still don't take, thinking ki what if I don't get the value. अब सोचो, तुम 4,000 रुपया में भी वही वैल्यू ढूंढ रहे हो, और मैं दे भी रहा हूं, वो अलग बात है, लेकिन हम I guess I have discussed with you guys what is value equal to benefit by cost, right? तो ये समझो कि भाई तुम्हारा जा कितना रहा है और तुम बेनिफिट कितना हो पा रहा है, तो उस हिसाब से देखो चीज को. और वो जो 8 चीज आगे का जिससे तुमको रिटर्न्स मिलेगा, हाँ, वो 2 जो तुम गलती करोगे उसके चक्कर में प्लीज डोंट स्टॉप योरसेल्फ. इट इज नॉट ओनली इन कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ, आई एम सेइंग, because learning is always going to be an ever learning process, right? It's going to be throughout your life, right? Every day you are going to learn something or the other. आज तुम कुछ मेरे साथ कुछ सीख रहे हो, कल कुछ और चीज कहीं दूसरे जगह से सीखोगे, right? So it's always going to be ongoing activity, but please ensure that you take the step of learning from someone. And there is something which is called don't be cheap to your path of greatness, you know. कभी कभार ना, मतलब आदमी पैसे के खर्चा नहीं करूंगा वो सोच के, वो या कम सस्ते में कौन दे रहा है वो चक्कर में, it's called penny wise pound foolish, you know. So just to save on those few pennies, you are missing the bigger goal, and you are getting to be pound foolish in the process, right? So please ensure that you start, right? And ये तो एक रिस्क लेने का पर्सपेक्टिव से भी बोल रहा हूँ, और वो दूसरा पर्सपेक्टिव भी ये है कि कोई भी काम करो उसको स्टार्ट करो. That is very, very important, because many a time we just keep on delaying that, right? So this is one aspect. The second important is कि जितना स्टार्ट करना important है, the it is equally important to finish something, right? Did I share this? Okay, sorry, I didn't share the screen. So guys, the second is finishing, right? So the starting is important, but equal, or I would say the most important thing is you have to finish also certain things, right? The problem is sometimes we start also, but we don't finish. And there is a saying which goes like, perfection is the killer of progress, right? तो कभी कभार हम लोग परफेक्शन के चक्कर में ना हम लोग प्रोग्रेस नहीं कर पाते हैं. You're getting what I'm saying? Are you agreeable to what I'm saying, guys? Right? So there's a very interesting term which I'm forgetting so, but I think you are getting the message. Like finishing is very very important. तो हो सकता है कि तुमको सब कुछ समझ में नहीं आए, कोई चीज पढ़ रहे हो, लेकिन उसको शुरू करके ना उसको खत्म करो. अरे भाई 50% समझोगे, 60% समझोगे, 70% समझोगे, ऐसा तो नहीं कि कुछ भी नहीं समझोगे, राइट? लेकिन एक तो वो समझ बिल्ड होगा, एक होगा तुम्हारा एक मेंटल मैप बिल्ड होगा, फिर तुमको समझ में आ जाएगा कि कौन कौन सा एरिया में तुमको ज्यादा फोकस देना है, कौन कौन सा एरिया में कम देना है, राइट? देन यू कैन वर्क on the remaining 30% or the 20% which is staying back, right? So it's very important that you finish what you are starting with in every facet of life, I would say that, right? Then the next thing is right, the third is your ये start और finishing के चक्कर में a very important thing that comes up is the power of consistency. See, you cannot start or you start तो कर दिया, but ये finish करने के लिए it's very important that you have to be consistent, right? So consistency is a flavor which you need to have irrespective of what. तुम कोई भी चीज को अगर करना चाहते हो तो हो सके कि उस दिन तुम जनरली 2 घंटा अलॉट करते हो कोई चीज के लिए, लेकिन उस दिन किसी कारण से 2 घंटा नहीं दे पा रहे हो, तुम 15 मिनट दे पा रहे हो या 10 मिनट दे पा रहे हो, टेक माई वर्ड, वो 10 मिनट भी दो. ऐसा सोचो नहीं कि 2 घंटा नहीं दे पा रहे हो मतलब मैं कुछ भी नहीं दूंगा, क्योंकि वो जो 10 मिनट का भी तुम एक कंसिस्टेंसी मेंटेन करोगे ना, it would help you a lot in terms of reaching your end goal. Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense to you what I'm saying? इसलिए ये थोड़ा ज्ञानबाजी हो जाता है, लेकिन ये छोटे छोटे चीज में ही ना लोग मतलब विनर्स और लूजर्स में फर्क हो जाता है, and that's why I'm trying to bring this to your attention, that start, finish, consistency, these are the 3 things. Thanks, guys. So the next thing which gets to be very important is the 4th thing is, guys, is the science of measurement. Sorry. तो जो भी तुम कर रहे हो इसमें ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है that you keep on measuring your progress. If you are not, as it is said, if you cannot measure something, you cannot control it. And I strongly believe in this. If you cannot really measure something, believe me, I was walking, running, लेकिन बीच में बंद हो गया, 6 महीना बंद हो गया, ऐसे ही चलता था. बट जब से मैंने एक ऐप लिया, ऐप में मैं ट्रैक कर रहा हूँ, so I have this thing, this many kilometers to run for this many days, within this many days. इसमें मुझे समझ में आता है कितना कैलोरी घटा, राइट, और कितना मैं किलोमीटर्स चला, कितना पेस में चला. So then that gets into some sort of a mechanism. ऐसा इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि एवरेज में अगर मान के चलो आई वांट टू वॉक और रन फॉर 5 किलोमीटर्स, हर दिन होता है, कुछ दिन शायद 3 किलोमीटर होता है, कुछ दिन 6 किलोमीटर्स होता है, राइट? लेकिन जितना भी होता है, 1 किलोमीटर भी होता है तो भी मैं करता हूँ. एक तो वो करता हूँ, और आई इंश्योर दैट वॉट एवर आई डू आई हैव सम मीन्स ऑफ मेजरिंग. एंड लास्ट टाइम ऑल्सो आई वाज सेइंग अबाउट दिस, राइट, कि जो मनी टुडे एंड मनी टुमारो वाला जो कॉन्सेप्ट में बोल रहा था, और उसमें कैसे मेजरमेंट करना, लाइक हाउ यू डू सम से हाफ एन आवर स्लॉट्स और 1 आवर स्लॉट का ट्रैकिंग. अगर तुम वो ट्रैक रखोगे, you'll do wonders in your life and career, let me tell you. ऐसा नहीं कि हमेशा वो ठीक रहेगा, हमेशा जो सोच के रहे हो वैसे ही होगा, बट इफ यू सी दैट you'd get अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि तुम्हारा टाइम कहाँ पे वेस्ट हो रहा है. And so there are two types of activities, I hope you know, right? One is called value added activities and the other is non value added activities, right? So you'll be able to differentiate between what are your, both are activities, लेकिन कोई वैल्यू एडेड है और कोई नॉन वैल्यू एडेड है. सो तुमको नॉन वैल्यू एडेड को कम करना है और वैल्यू एडेड को ज्यादा करना है. एंड दैट कैन ओनली हैपन टिल इफ यू I mean to say, if you measure the set of things, right? And the last thing I would draw your mind into, so the last is your power of focus. तो एक तो है कि तुम टाइम दे रहे हो, लेकिन वो जो जितना टाइम तुम दे रहे हो कितना फोकस में दे रहे हो वो चीज. कोई कोई हाँ 2 घंटा बैठा है, मतलब हिल धुल के कर रहा है, और कोई एकदम मतलब फुल कंसंट्रेशन और फुल एनर्जी से दे रहा है, राइट? तो सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हाउ मच ऑफ फोकस यू आर प्लेसिंग. सो फोकस, measurement, consistency, finishing, and starting. These are the 5 elements of success as for me, right? And I think you should all, like, if you're doing this set of things, if you're following this is great. If you're not, please ensure that you take a print screen of this and just uh, place it somewhere in your own way. And कभी भी लाइफ में जब तुम्हारा कुछ हो नहीं रहा है ना, इसको अगर तुम सुबह शाम देख पाओ, नथिंग लाइक इट, बिकॉज इट विल देन ऑलवेज हेल्प यू ट्रिगर इन योर थॉट प्रोसेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ वेयर यू आर गोइंग रॉन्ग. दैट इज, अगर उतना भी नहीं किए, लेकिन जब तुम्हारा लाइफ में डमाडोल हो रहा है, ठीक ठाक नहीं हो रहा है चीज, प्लीज गेट बैक टू दिस. आई एम श्योर in either of these 5 elements you are going to find the answer as to why things are not happening for you, right? Does it help, guys? Absolutely, Avi. Work, when the work is your love, absolutely. If you don't love, इसको लेके भी मैं बात करूंगा. There are a lot of things I have to discuss on this. But again, I'm saying ज्ञानबाजी नहीं करना चाहता हूँ, बट ये छोटा छोटा चीज में देखता हूँ बहुत आदमी ये सब फॉलो नहीं करते, ये सब लेके सोचता ही नहीं है, और दैट गेट्स टू बी द डिफरेंशिएटिंग फैक्टर ऑफ सक्सेस. एंड घूमता रहता है और पता ही नहीं क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, राइट? So these are the small nuggets which I'm trying to place across to you. I hope you are appreciating this. Arrange Sirin Talks. Okay, huh? That's good name, yeah. Can I give this name? So Amit is saying to name this as Arrange Sirin Talks. How many of you agree to this? Can I give this name? Because मुझे भी क्या कर रहा हूँ समझाने में लोगों को बहुत ये होता है, डिफिकल्टी होता है. लाइव वो लाइक क्या बोल रहे हैं. सो यस. अब सिरिन मतलब पता नहीं, सिरिन मतलब समझाओ अमित, सिरिन का मतलब क्या है? अभिषेक बोल रहा है अरिन टॉक्स. अरिन तो टॉक ही कर रहा है पूरा 1.5 घंटे 2 घंटे से, बट सिरिन मीन्स ब्यूटीफुल और पीसफुल. या peace and calm talks in such turbulent zones. That is what Amit says. Good, yeah. So I hope it makes sense to you, and the day was fruitful for you, and this 2 hours had been something which you got a value added, and it made sense to you. Final time, guys. Was it good? Give me a quick A, and then I'll close. Yeah, thanks, Umesh. Thanks, Avi. Thanks, Abhishek. Thanks, Suparna. Thanks, Payal. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Arunava. Thanks, Amit Kumar Jha. Thanks, Kavita. Thanks, Deepak. Thanks, Yuvraj. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the love and affection, and thanks for staying back. Appreciate for especially those who keep on joining me, and I'm sure ये भी एक consistency है, right? And I'm sure ये daily if you keep on listening to what I'm saying, it will connect a lot of dots, and it will give you enormous clarity. और ये सब जब इंटरव्यू में बात होगा ना, तब it will make a lot of difference. Let me tell you, one with all the levels of a chai or coffee. देखते हो अभिषेक, अभी तो कोरोना पीरियड है, अभी तो करना मुश्किल है। ठीक है गाइस, गुड नाइट, ऑल द बेस्ट एंड सी यू नेक्स्ट टाइम, मोस्ट वेली ऑन वेडनेसडे, राइट? चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट, बाय।